So again, just a great job getting off the ball, speed and dip. See him just go under, no rip. Love that he didn't use a rip, because if you get grabbed on that arm, they can hold you with the rip call. Instead, you just got that speed around the edge. We go back just a touch here. It's so hard to get it just right here. Speed, dip, and it's over. Bang. I can't wait to see him back on the football.
So quick off the line. It almost looks like he's offsides. Like that's how fast he is.
It's just perfectly timed for sure.
I honestly think him and like Micah are turning it into a game with each other. Like, all right, like let me see what you can do over there now, LVN. Come on now.
Yep. And then just when somebody figures it out, we run that overload. We put them both over there on the same side. Love it.
All right, so there you go. There was LVN sack, and again, man, we usually don't show those type of plays if it just leads to a touchdown. But I wanted to highlight that because I thought it was great. Great job just showing that he's now got that speed dip movement along with his bull rush that we know is kind of his go-to. So Flacco throws a 2-yard touchdown pass. That makes it 10-7 Green Bay. Let's fast forward now. 3:22 left in the third quarter. Green Bay's leading 10-7. 1st and 10 from their own 45-yard line. We get our first running play of the day. This is an 11-yard run by our boy Josh Jacobs. I love this play design. We got 21 pony, also known as 308. You call it 308 pony, but it's a 21 personnel. 2 running backs. We're going Y flex, so your tight end is all the way up at the top of the screen, flexed out wide. You do that with the intention of possibly catching a man coverage call and walking a linebacker out there. If you get a linebacker out there, now you get a safety in the box. That weakens their run defense. In this case, I can't tell if it's a linebacker or a safety that went out there. That's just predominantly what they do to try to make this work. Okay, so you got your pony package. And what you're going to have here is a 42H sift, okay? So 4 is the running back on the right, all right? The running back on the left is 2. So we know the ball is going to the running back on the right. Now, some would say this is 42 counter. I could see that as well. I think it's just designed to be a straight run right into the A-gap right. The 4 is the right halfback. The 2 is the gap, which is even numbers to the right, odd numbers to the left. So A-gap right run, and the H-sift, the H-back is Chris Brooks. What's going to happen here, guys, is you're looking to get this lineman up here to the second level. So that allows this guy to come untouched free, right? Well, that's where the sift comes into play. The sift with Chris Brooks is going to come over and block down on that, all right? So, again, 21 pony, Y flex, H sift, 42 H sift. Emilio, it looks a lot like a split flow, right?
I was just going to say a little inside zone split flow kind of, but just that's why you have Chris Brooks, right? Get him upfield, get him out of there. Tom just doing his thing. But yeah, I like the play concept. Sometimes you need to get a little bit more action back there just so it's because, I mean, it's such a telltale sign, right, Clay? You got Jacobs to your right. All right, I'm going to hand it off. He's probably going to come across my face a little bit, and it's, going into the line behind me. So I like having that 2-back set there.
Yeah, and when we get to the box cam here, and just Josh Jacobs making things happen. But if we go to the box cam, notice tell me if you think it's counter or not, Emilio, because usually with counter, what you'll have is a running back will step and bounce, right?
Right.
In this case, to me, it looks like it's designed to go A-gap. Yeah. And it looks like Jordan Morgan's trying to seal that off. But this guy gets back here so quick, I think Jacobs knows. And plus, you got these eyes in this gap. This is what Jacobs does so well. He's going to recognize this defender and go, you know what? Let's just put our foot in the ground and get back A-gap right? And that's what he does there. So it's actually, I guess it would have technically been B gap, but it was designed to be A gap.
It kind of just looked like an little inside zone split flow, and you're right, just not as much of a sell, and you didn't really get any pulls from the guards or anything like that. So there wasn't any of that action really selling a counter. So I like the play though. We needed to get our running game going, even if it was the Bengals. Like we needed this as a team. Yeah, we can do this. We can get to the second level. Let's start doing this.
Yeah, definitely.
Imagine if Jordan would have pulled that out and ran it.
Oh, yeah, I know it. And those plays are so tough, Tim, because it's like every time they hand it to the running back, it looks like if the quarterback keeps it, he's off for the races. Yep. But whenever he keeps it, you notice they close so quick. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And he's reading that DN there for sure, right.
No doubt. The DN, it's like you want to attack the mesh point. I thought he'd done a good job getting back there. If it's ever in question, if you ever have a doubt on whether you read the crashing in right or not, just give the ball to the running back, get the hell out of the way. What you don't want to do, keep that ball, misread it, and get smacked in the mouth, right, on a zone.
And great job by Josh Jacobs, too, allowing allowing Brooks to come over and make that block, being aware of the mic, and chicken salad out of chicken, exactly. In that play, positive gain, love it.
So you're seeing Jacobs heat up. I think this is later on in this drive. So now we're going to fast forward to fourth quarter, 14:56 left. Green Bay's up 10-7. It's a 2nd and 7 play at Cincy's 14-yard line. This is the Josh Jacobs 14-yard touchdown run. What we got here, guys, real simple. 11 ace, dub nasty, 22 duo. So this is really, really simple. Ace set is one running back. That's all that means, single back set. All right, dub nasty, 1-2 by 1-2. You're going strong right with the 11 personnel. Everybody's in a nasty split, everything condensed. Now, notice when you got defenders outside of those condensed sets, then you're going to really like your hat count in the middle for duo. With duo, it's real simple, guys. It's double, 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 double with vertical displacement. So what you're going to have is Jordan Morgan at right guard is going to get inside, seal. The patience he shows is excellent. He shows crazy patience, last second get out and dig that backer out of the play. And again, 22 duo, it's a one running back set. So that running back's number is 2, and we're going A gap right, 22 duo. So duo is double, double, vertical power. Let's roll the tape. Look at Jordan Morgan. See him seal it. Great job. Elton does a great job too here, sealing his double team. So you got 2 double teams. Now look at Jordan Morgan. The whole time that he sealed off that double team, his eyes are on that backer. And the patience he shows is great, right? Because if you break off too early and that guy slides back inside, it blows the play up. Now watch how quick his feet get out here. Bang, get a hand on that backer. If he doesn't get a hand on that backer on that duo set or that duo run, that's who's hitting Josh Jacobs right now. Instead, it springs him all the way into the end zone.
Yep. This is the one Josh was talking about. I could have fell down twice and still scored.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta love it. Were they look like cover 2 man there pre-snap?
Yeah, I'm not even sure, to be honest with you. There's the duo, though, right? And then, of course, you're going to get block and then break off and try to seal 44. What you're going to do with 44 is just get a hand right in the chest. Look, see how he's looking at him right now? It's like just working to him, right? And then give him that little shove. That's what springs it.
He can block. That's I'm telling you. I mean, look at Jordan Morgan jumping around and stuff. He was
he's fired up
before he even got in the end zone. Right here, he starts jumping. Let's go! Come on now. That's how you get excited. You get the big O lineman open up a crater like that. That's how you get the team hyped up, and you can rely on that. We can build from something like that.
And listen, you guys know I've been critical of Jordan Morgan. I've also been critical of Matt LaFleur. Like, hey, man, he needs to play the left side. He looked good at the right side. We also need to mention, though, curb the enthusiasm a little bit. Bengals don't have a good interior defensive line, right? So you're going to play much, much better defensive tackles moving forward probably. But you got to give credit where credit's due. I mean, that was the assignment he was given. He played damn good, played really good football on Sunday, man.
Great opportunity for him to kind of, get his legs under him in a position that he's not normally accustomed to or comfortable with, right? Like you said, to your point, the Bengals aren't, they're not the best team in the NFL, especially their O-line or their D-line. But to see Jordan Morgan playing that well at right guard is a breath of fresh air for sure.
Yeah, definitely. All right, let's move along to a negative play, okay? And this isn't the harp on the negative. This is just simply let's learn from it, okay? How many times did we hear it, guys, coming out of that game? I heard the call-in show was horrible. We don't do a call-in show because we would get canceled so quick with our degenerate listeners. I'm just telling you right now. But
that's all good. And that QR code, Packernet After Dark, just hook up with Ryan, Packernet Podcast.
Get Ryan's show canceled, right? Not ours. So the thing that you heard was this looked like Joe Barry's defense. They were playing soft all day long, and it's like, can we not play the dink and dunk game? You can, but guys, whatever defense you choose, just understand there's no perfect defense. Whatever defense you call, there's going to be a weak spot of it. Okay. And this particular call here, you guys know, leading up with the game plan, I said with Jamar Chase on the field, I want to see cover 6 looks, right? I want to see more cover 6 looks and try to put the 4 on Jamar Chase's side if possible. Okay. So here you get your first cover 6 look. Now, fourth quarter, 12-16 left. We're up 17-7. It's a 2-score game. Keep everything in front of you. play cover 6. If you're wondering what cover 6 is, guys, half the field is cover 2. The other half is cover 4. You can play match out of this as well. McKinney has the half side. These guys have the quarter side, okay? So, again, it's 2 plus 4 equals 6, right? That's why it's called a cover 6 defense. That's going to be the call here. Nickel, 4-2-5 shell, 2 on the shelf. Make Joe Flacco immediately pre-snap go, well, we're not going over the top. We got to work underneath, right? Keep everything under control, under contain here. There's going to be 19 yards to Higgins. And remember, somebody asked me the other day what happened with the defense. The adjustment they made in the second half was you're going to have to get to those mid to deep curl routes, right, and work underneath. They attacked the cover 2 side. So you've got cover 4 on Jamar Chase's side of the field, cover 2 with your all-pro safety on the half side. I love the fact that that's how Hafley chose to approach this. Now, they get us for 19 here. Let's explain why, okay? So with the cover 6, you guys know half, quarter, right? Or, half, quarter is what we'll call it. These guys are all going to be playing underneath. They're going to be kind of sitting underneath, right? Everybody's sitting underneath. And you're going to just rush 4 is essentially what you're looking to do here. They may run a stunt. I didn't even mark it, to be honest with you. So here's where they get you at. You're going to see our boy T. Higgins work up and under and just sit. He's going to stretch it vertically enough to get our boy McKinney to commit deep. His goal is you cannot get beat over the top on that half of the field, right? That's his top responsibility. So watch Higgins here. Now they bring Chase over. Now you got a little bit of trouble, right? Because now you've got both receivers on this side, and the call is still cover 6. So you've got 2 receivers that could attack the half side of the field. All right. Instead, Jamar Chase is going to chip. Now look at Higgins. So now you'll see Chase work underneath. You see Hobbs fall back a little bit. To me, this is on our boy. This is Edgerrin Cooper. I feel like this is Edgerrin Cooper's fault. You've got to know right here. Quay's got this under control.
Yeah,
Hobbs is supposed to be playing
backpedaling here. Yep.
Hobbs is supposed to be playing underneath, kind of a curl flat look, right? Instead, he's starting to drift back a little bit. But you got to know, man, I got to get depth. I got to go looking for work here. So he kind of gets caught peeking right there, flat-footed. Flacco lets it go. That's how you pick up 9 yards. That makes sense? So, again, there was a little bit of a matchy look on the right side, quarter, half. And Jamar Chase was trying to count, almost like he was a chip and a decoy underneath. But that's how they hit on that. So if people want to complain and say this is a Joe Barry style defense, you let them nickel and dime you. Guys, you're up by 2 scores. It's the 4th quarter. The clock is your opponent. What do you guys think about that? Do you disagree with it? Is that what you're seeing there, Emilio? Is that the defense you're seeing on the field there?
Yeah, and it's tough because on that 2 side, most of the time Hobbs would be playing like that flat a little bit more, and then Edgerrin Coop would kind of have that hook curl. You have a little bit more depth on the 4 side there, but you're right. I think Coop kind of got caught in no man's land there. It's tough though when you brought Jamar Chase over. I think Coop got a little, maybe they made a quick check there, got a little worried about something, and then when Jamar chipped and didn't actually run a route, I think that kind of put Coop in limbo there, where he couldn't decide if Chase really did go vertical there, I got something to do, but he was maybe relying on Hobbs for Higgins for a second. And then, that's just a communication thing. I think it's perfect teaching tape for them to, get their eyes on and say, all right, if this happens again, how are we going to beat it, sort of thing.
Yeah, Tim, it's almost like
you could see Hobbs react when they flex Chase over.
Yeah.
And he started backpedaling a little bit right here as he comes over. You can see Hobbs backpedaling. Because my first go through on the film study was I was looking for a little bit of a chip from Hobbs there on Higgins. Mm-hmm. But if you look, he's right at that 6-yard, 5-yard bump zone kind of area.
And he did, right? Tried to throw that hand to him, but it's just not enough when he was already in bump and run, ready to shake the guy. But when you get Jamar coming over, all right, I gotta adjust. And then I think Hobbs also got kind of caught in the middle too. If you're playing the flat, play the flat so that Coop knows, all right, I think they were kind of both at the same level there.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think you got a little bit of a hybrid match defense here because they're playing spot drop on the left. And then up top, you can see this becomes matchup here, right? If they go vert, that becomes man coverage on down the field.
Yeah,
right?
I think Coach was wondering if that 4 side was in Palms or not.
Yeah, and Palms is match, right? Am I thinking right?
From what I know, yeah.
I'm pretty sure Palms. And Depends on who you talk to. Coach, when you say palms, let me do a quick little, and everybody's a little bit different here. Let me see real quick. So
unless you're spot
quick
drop.
AI breakdown is split field zone match defense with the cornerback and safety work together to cover the 2 wide receivers to their side of the field, with the key read being the number 2. So there you go. Yeah. Yep. So it probably was a palms. It's definitely match.
Yeah.
So
props to Nate Hobbs for, kind of covering 2 guys at one time.
And Tim, you could tell that he was coached this week. If you were unsure, get beat underneath.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
That's what you should do, right? So
again, that underneath is Jamar Chase, top 5 receiver in the NFL for sure.
Yeah. And I think Xavier McKinney got all this depth here. As soon as he seen Chase come over, he went, no, we're not getting beat over the top. And this is on the half side of the field, right? So let me get enough depth that I can make a play on this ball. Yeah. And knowing McKinney from last year, he's probably going, let me get about an extra 10 yards off, try to bait him into throwing a shot over here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
He did that all year last year for sure. So
or baiting Chase to go vert right there instead of
there's some kind of choice involved.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's not like you can work a Tampa 2 in there to get that linebacker to have that depth. You're kind of stuck in limbo when you pick 6 because you don't get that middle field depth up the center. But I'm not mad at him. I think it was a good route and just a veteran quarterback putting it on him.
Yep. You hit it on the head right there. That's why they traded for Flacco, because Browning's going to hitch and pat that ball, and he's not making that read in that throw.
No, not at all. Yeah, and Flacco's still got a pretty good arm on him. You can see too.
Mm-hmm.
He can spin that sucker. And I honestly think their second half adjustment, the Bengals' second half adjustment, was listen, Higgins, when you're on that 2 side, we need choice routes, Bub. Just find the open space and go where the hat count is, Flack. Go where the hat count is, and you guys just find the open space to get open. I think that's what it was. And you know what? Halfley's going tick, tick, tick. Yeah, y'all keep doing that. It's cool. It's all good. Yep. So that would lead to a field goal, a Cincinnati field goal. So now it's 17-10. Now we're back to a 1-score game, right? It's going to get interesting. Well, fourth quarter, 8:24 left. Green Bay's leading 17-10. 1st and 10 at Cincinnati's 35-yard line. This is Josh Jacobs with a 16-yard run. The reason there's no plays leading up to this, we literally nickel and dime them. We were 4 yards, 6 yards, 5 yards, 7 yards. They just went right down the field on them. We got 11 ace, dub nasty, 22 duo. Guys, this two play sequence that I'm going to show you right now is just a thing of beauty. You're going to see the same exact look 2 plays in a row. One's going to be 22 duo in this play. The next play is going to be a 22 play fake. So this is what Matt LaFleur does best. He's setting up the touchdown pass to Tucker Kraft on this play right here. 11 ace.
That's not checkers, right? You're always a couple moves ahead.
Bingo. 11 ace dub nasty, 22 duo. Okay, so again, everybody in those nasty splits we talked about, we're going duo again. You're looking double here.
This is what we scored on. This is what we just got an easy touchdown on. The same exact play. I think you just flipped the receivers.
Yep. So let's watch it unfold here, right? Ball snap. You see the double, right? Double team. Nobody gets vertical power here, but they just kind of hold the point of attack, and he's just going to bounce this thing outside, break a tackle, run through another dude's face, carry him, 6-7 more yards. Josh Jacobs is unbelievable, man.
Can we circle Big E here? Great work by Big E, man.
Washing it out, right?
Yeah, man.
Yep.
Love it.
And again, Morgan, right, with Tom, little combo. Look at Tucker. You want to talk about a hell of a block? Watch Tucker right here. Let's roll it back a touch. Look at Tucker. Take his guy, right, and just wash him right out, right?
Love it.
Yeah. And then again, Josh Jacobs laughing. If you guys have seen that mocked up clip, he's just laughing the whole time running through these guys. So
hey, we got to get a screenshot from that one. That's a new 2025 arm from Josh Jacobs right there. Got to love it. So we all remember the one when he retired Tyrann Mathieu last year. So we got to update the screenshots now.
So remember that last play, right? 22 duo. Now we're going to come back. 11 ace, dub nasty, X to wing, 22 fake, switch cab, 17. All right. And this is beautiful because, look, you just ran the ball down their throat, right? And now you're going to come back. This is on a 1st and 10 play. So 7:33 left. Green Bay's up 17-10. 1st and 10. Cincinnati's 19-yard line, okay? And watch what happens here. You're going to love this one, Emilio, since you like blocking wide receivers, right? I love this look right here. Remember we talked about you guys can go back and watch our Savion Williams Chalk Talk episode. And one of the things we said was he gives you multifacets to his game, one of which, while Christian Watson is out with this injury, Christian Watson is typically the guy that lines up in the wing. You can do that with Savion. He did it. We seen him do it at TCU. We showed it all over the tape going, man, he can really line up in there. He's big enough to be a tight end, just like Christian Watson is one of our better blocking wide receivers when he's healthy. Get him in there on the wing, okay? So we're going to go 11 ace dub nasty. The X receiver is going to shift to wing. He's going to cheat the wing. That's Savion. So he's going to cheat in here before the ball snapped, okay? And then here's the play call. It's going to be 22 fake, okay? So we're going to fake that same run to the right. All right. So now you got a fake play action pass. And the play call is going to be switch cab over here. So what they're going to do is they're going to switch it out. And I believe he's going to run the drag route. And then this is going to be the dig behind it. Okay. If not vice versa, but they're looking to switch at the snap of the ball, because if you're in man coverage, in this case, I don't know if they are or not, you can really get those guys tied up. So 22 fake, switch cab, and then it's going to be 17. So what's going to happen is Savion is going to shift over into the wing, and then he's going to give you a deep corner route to clear it out, right? Tucker is going to block, and then he's just going to hit the flat here and leak out, right? So you get the play fake that gets all these linebackers looking in the backfield, looking in the backfield, looking in the backfield. After you just ran the ball down their throat pretty much the last however many series for offense, now you're coming back to this 22 fake. So 11 ace, dub nasty, X to wing, 22 fake, switch cab, 17. Watch the backers on this play fake, guys. So there you see him shift inside. Now they're probably thinking, uh-oh, this big hog molly of a receiver is going to get in and try to dig us out, right? Mm-hmm. That ain't what happens. Watch the backers. Look at all of them. Look at where they step. Everybody, right? Look at this poor bastard. Look at him. They're all committed. Look at their lean, right? So now there's the play fake, and then look at Tucker. It's already over. Game over.
Yep.
Now
it looked like I think you were right. It looked like single high man again.
Yeah, may have been. So look, 27 just getting drugged down the sideline. Look at my boy over there just hanging on for dear life, right? And then Tucker runs through the other cornerback. So the box cam will show you an even better version of this. All right, here we go. So watch it. Imagine you're on defense, right? Oh, crap. Here comes that 22 look again. Look at the duo, guys, right? Same look. Same look. Mm-hmm. It's simplicity with the illusion of complexity.
That's right? A full sell. Look at the lean. We're trying to engage. We're getting double. But remember, we can't get past a yard, right? The only person that's really taking a step back is Rashid. But all those linebackers, go back a second. Look at Jordan stick the ball out there. You got to sell that. You got to give him that eye candy, stick the thing way out there. Mm-hmm. All right, bring it back in. Let's go.
Yep. Everybody. You see them
all. Mike, Sam, and Will are frozen on that play fake for sure.
And then Jordan knows got to get it out quick. Bang. Now let Tucker do his thing, which, by the way, let me give you guys a key statistic while I'm thinking about it here. Shout out to Rob Westerman, our buddy over at GBP Daily. Good things happen when you get Tucker Kraft football. Tucker Kraft has a perfect, I repeat, perfect 158.3 passer rating when targeted this season. Wow, perfect. Get him the damn ball a little bit more, please, Matt LaFleur. Thank you, sir. So here we go. Let's go 50% here. And let's watch Tucker Kraft take this cat to the rodeo. Look at this.
Come on.
Look at our boy.
My favorite is the end of that play, though. Right there. Left shoulder right to your jawbone. Good luck, brother.
You got you smacked that safety or corner, whoever it was, in the mouth, right? This guy's ass over tea kettle, right, on the ground. Just love it. Somebody going to have to give me a screen grab on this one. You guys get a chance. Screen grab it. There you go. And by the way, can we just give a shout out to our boy Savion Williams? He said, "I'm an accessory to murder. I ain't going down for this."
My hands are clean, sir.
Man, yeah, I didn't hurt nobody on this play, but they should.
I was just running a corner route. I don't know what happened, sir.
So again, just Tucker Kraft doing Tucker Kraft things, man.
I remember jumping up and down, screaming right about here. He catches the ball at the 17-yard line, and I'm like, "He's gonna score!" You just absolutely know it. When Tuck Norris gets those wheels turning, good catch, turn up field. This is a tutter waiting to happen. You just know it.
I love somebody in the chat. Who was it said it? J. Cole in the chat said he was spinning like Booker T. Remember the breakdance Booker T would do? Watch this guy at the end, just spinning around. You love to see it.
No one wants to wrap up and actually throw their body weight through him. They're just trying to either arm tackle when he's passed or just throw a shoulder to try to stop him. And that's what that's what he said. He goes, once I get the ball, I don't think people can tackle me. I love that mentality. You got to keep that. If they can't tackle you, they can't tackle you. Go take it 80 yards. I don't care.
Yeah. Wouldn't be the first time Tuck took it upfield with a DB hanging off his waist, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, we got 2 plays left, guys. We got a negative play and a positive play. Positive play is unbelievable, by the
way. Positive.
Good news, bad news?
Yeah, this is the bad news right here, okay? So this is fourth quarter, 4:11 left. Green Bay's up 24-10. 4th and 5 play at Green Bay's 19. This is the Flacco back shoulder throw, whatever you want to call it, jump ball one-on-one to Jamar Chase for the touchdown, okay? This would make the score 24-18 after this play. So let's talk about what the play call is. We got nickel 4-2-5 cheetah, coffee house, 33 spur, cover 1 man, ET, rat 7, will fire. So this is a cover 1 man will fire is essentially what it is, okay? So if we were to try to draw this up, first of all, let's talk about what all that means. The nickel 4-2-5, you guys know, cheetah package, right? Cheetah package is typically Rashawn Gary, LVN, and Micah Parsons on the field together with one of the edge defenders playing the 3 to 4 tech, right? Guess who it is? It's Barron Sorrell. So that tells you a lot about how they feel about Barron Sorrell. With Lucas Van Ness being out of this game at this point,
right?
He basically replaced LVN in the cheetah package. That's kind of cool. I thought that was cool that, okay, we've identified that now. Look for Barron Sorrell in the cheetah package if LVN is missing games, right? So 33 spur, you know what that means? It just means Evan Williams is going to roll up into the box. I think he does it a little late, right at the last second. Everybody in. Okay, so here he comes, right? Coffee house. Emilio, explain to him what coffee house is.
Coffee house, also known as double mug, double barrel, if that. But you got both backers stacked up kind of over the shoulder of the center, either side of them, mugging him. They can drop into a 3, into a 2. They can both go. They might have a man coverage, but like you said, cover 1 man. Those linebackers are going to have responsibility. Most likely, tight end, running back will split. Whoever's on my side of the field will take halves and go.
And here's how it lines up, right? There's your deep safety, right? Evan Williams is going to come up and play man coverage on the tight end.
Both showing, is dropping.
Yeah, they're both showing blitz, right? They're going to run an ET stunt, which is essentially, it's going to be kind of hard to draw this up, but the tackles are both going to work inside, and then Gary, I believe it was, is going to look to come around, right? Like this, okay? So now let's erase that off, and let's talk about Rat 7. So what's going to happen is will fire. Again, who is the will linebacker? There's your tight end. That's the strong side of the formation. That makes, in a nickel 4-2-5, your strong side backer is actually your Mike, and the weak side is always going to be the will, okay? So what you've got is Edger and Cooper blitzing. So what it turns into is a 6-man pass rush, okay? 6-man pass rush out of the cheetah package with Sorrell playing the cheetah, okay? And then you're going to have a jab and drop here from our boy Quay Walker, who's playing rat backer, which is rat 7, cover 1 hole, cover 1 drop, whatever you want to call it. Rat, there's a little bit more to rat. That's a term that gets used a lot by Nick Saban. When you're playing a rat defender, like I took some notes the other day, the rat typically will play back to the sticks. In this case, you're looking at a 4th and 5 play, so he's just looking to get about 5 yards depth. Now, what you'll typically do if you're playing rat, when you're in man coverage, if the 2 crosses your face on a shallow, the backer, the rat, will pick that up, and the guy that was trailing will fall off, and he'll play rat now. That's why it's you don't know what you're going to cover until the offense declares what they're actually doing. Therefore, the offense can't know what you're doing, not knowing which defender is the rat defender, okay? You'll use a lot of pre-snap man coverages or pre-snap motion to determine who the rat is sometimes. But most of the time, the rat defender will be opposite of the T is typically how it works. Not always. So it just allows the other defenders to fall off, and you can kind of play. It's almost like a match principle, if you will. So with that being said, that's the play call. Nickel 4-2-5, cheetah, coffee house, 33 spur, cover 1 man, ET, rat 7, will fire. That's a lot of lingo for something that didn't work, right? But here is the back shoulder throw. Watch up here. Now you'll see McKinney, he's shading to that side. And he gets there, he just gets there a second late. That's not a knock on McKinney. He plays this the right way. The way this is designed is this guy's playing outside leverage, and you're looking to funnel him towards the inside safety. But that's Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase is going to go, I don't care that you're in cover one, man. I know you're playing outside technique. I'm just going to go up here and beat you. Some receivers are that freaking good in the league. Unless in this case, Emilio, you wanted to go double X, right? You basically say, all right, we're going to take the safety and bracket cover with the corner on the X, which is Jamar Chase, and just straight double team man. But now you might as well be in a zero look because that rat defender can't get deep enough to play deep safety.
You're losing any sort of deep safety valve there, but with that double bracket, that's tough. You're putting a guy on an island with cover one, but you're hoping that you can win. It's 4th and 5, right? You're also probably not expecting a shot exactly to the end zone, and you're hoping that blitz gets there in time.
Yeah. Can we go back pre-snap real quick? I just had a question.
Yeah, man.
So you're pressing up, Keyshawn, you're pressing pretty close to press coverage here, right?
Yeah, that's what we call mirror match press man.
Mirror match press. Okay, so there's no jam off the release then?
So notice here at the bottom, these guys are playing press man. Watch the guys at the bottom. They're actually getting hands on, right? Their hands. Now, if you'll watch Keyshawn, that's mirror match press man. And Tim, I guarantee you, in the meeting room, remember we talked about Tuesday players?
Yeah.
When they went in the meeting room on Wednesday, they said, listen, when we go cover one man, everybody jam other than one. You play mirror match. And with mirror match, you're up on the line of scrimmage and you're playing press man, but you're not doing it with physical contact. It's typically you want to play snug, take any smoke routes, things like that away, and then as soon as the ball snapped, you mirror every movement to him. This is why
you're focused on your leverage before you're focused on anything else, probably. Yeah.
And what you want to do, this is why I want to defend Keyshawn a little bit here. Guys, he can't play this any better. Like, he cannot. Watch him play this mirror match press. Watch it. All right. Just a little glance. All right, let's get out here. Look, he is in his hip pocket the whole time.
Yeah.
When you're in mirror match press, man, you are playing the defeat. Your eyes are on your work. I know people are like, he's got to get his head around. Can we not turn around and see the ball? This is how you're taught to play this. Now, you want to get your head around last second, yes, which he tries to do. If you're looking at that play, I don't know how the heck anybody's going to catch that ball, but he does.
And he's trying to use the sideline as an extra defender, too.
Mm-hmm.
And he does. He works him all the way to the edge. It was a great ball and a catch from a number one. I mean, that's all it was. It was Jamar Chase going out there and doing a superstar job of what he gets paid to do. You get a split second longer, the rush is there. But
look at the coverage. You can't cover it any better, man.
No.
You just can't. You can't. And again, he's. I mean, it's just Jamar Chase. It is what it is. Some guys are good, you know. Yeah. And McKinney gets there pretty. I wouldn't expect Kenny to get there as quick as he did, because Kenny's got to play it, or McKinney has got to play it like if he runs a little, if he shows a non-fade and then shakes inside, and you've already committed outside, he's running butt naked through the trailer. Right?
Yeah. What if he was baiting you and ran a post or something? Then you're cooked.
Right. Other guys get paid too. I mean, that's just the bottom line of it. And he was in his hip pocket. And right there, everybody would have been happy because they wouldn't have had their extra 8 points or whatever, and we would have got out of there with we would have had 7 or 10 points on the score sheet. And we would have had 27. Everybody would have been happy. So
right, absolutely, man. That's Jamar Chase. You know, that's why he gets paid the big bucks, because he'll make those plays. Yeah, there you go. All right, final play, guys. 2:32 left. 24-18. Remember earlier in the game we showed you a 3rd and 10. Man, when you need a play, who's your go-to guy? It was Matthew Golden. In Dallas, 4th down, needed to convert to go down and try to tie the ball game up. It was Matthew Golden. Here you are. You're up 24-18, right? So it's, a 6-point ball game. 3rd and 8 from your own 40-yard line, all right? This is Love to Golden for 31 yards. This is becoming a trend, I'm telling you. 11 gun, bunch nasty, nub left, 2, Trey Wright, Y leak, F climb, dagger. All right, let's talk about what all that means. So when you hear bunch nasty, that's a bunch set, nasty split. All right. Now, when we say nub left, we're just simply saying with the bunch, rather than saying bunch Trey right, we say bunch, and it would either be bunch or bunch nasty in this case. And then you say nub left, that tells you it's a nub tight end on the left side of the field. Okay. So again, 11 gun, bunch nasty, nub left. They're going to shift to Trey right. So what's going to happen is Romeo Dobbs is going to shift over here. All right. So now you're in any Trey right. I got that wrong. Trips right is what it should say. Trips right look is what it's going to end up being. So let's go ahead and motion him over. right? So now you're in a trips right look, kind of that cascade. I think there's a term people use for that where they're kind of, you see how they're scattered and kind of feathered back.
Yep.
So it's actually trips right. Y leak. Let's talk about that first. So the Y is going to leak. So he's just going to chip and leak out here in the flat. All right. And then the rest of the play is going to be F climb. Your F is Matthew Golden. So he's going to run a climb route. All right. And then you're going to go dagger here, which is go with the dig underneath. Mm-hmm. So what do you see over and over and over? If we go to the blue here, right? This combo is slot cross, right? Let's erase it. Shouldn't erase the whole thing. That's my bad. This combo here is dagger. Mm-hmm. I'm telling you, those are the concepts Matt LaFleur loves the most. Slot cross and dagger. In this case, when you go to a tray right, trips right, bunch right, whatever it is, can be on the left side too, you can accomplish both concepts on one play. That's why he loves it.
Great play call looking at the defense too here, pre-snap.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So what's going to end up happening is focus on our boy Matthew Golden, who's running that climb, right? What's beautiful about this, and we know this now, not because we watched the tape and just we can read people's minds. Matthew Golden said in an interview we showed earlier this week on PTA, we showed where he said, yeah, we worked on that scramble drill. We've been working on that scramble drill. This is supposed to be a deep climb. And when he gets to the climb and looks back and sees Jordan in trouble, this is a veteran move. He flattens that thing off hard to the left. So watch this whole play unfold. Jordan's back. You see everything develop. Right here, he realizes, oh, crap, nothing's there. Why does he think that way? Look at this guy waiting on the slot cross. Right? So now watch our boy Matthew Golden look up. He looks back. Now he sees our boy. It's wild that they can see this while running full speed with a helmet on. You know what I mean? Yep. But he looks back, sees Jordan scrambling now. Now Jordan can try to dump it to Tucker, but instead watch Matthew Golden go from a climb and just take it straight across the field. Watch him cut right back across the face.
Little stutter.
And this is when he said that earlier in the week, Tim, they've been working on this, right? On the, not this particular route, but just a scramble drill in general. Right as Matthew Golden turned, Jordan's already throwing the ball. He knows where he's going to be.
He knew right away. You talk about that chemistry. That's a great freeze frame right there. As soon as MG chops down and cuts that route off, Jordan's letting that thing fly.
Yeah. Now watch it from the box cam here. It's a thing of beauty. Watch Jordan. Oh crap, we got to get out. Right? Little hezzy, wham. Let that thing go. It's a perfect ball.
Nose down, baby. Hip square, dot. Yeah.
It's so hard. He makes it look so easy to throw that ball. It's just a flick of the wrist. Emilio, look at this, man.
He's hopping to the left, throwing back across his body. Basically what he did, but this is the difference of, I mean, he was running right with pressure when he threw that pick. He's shuffling left, able to get at least his hips around, and he's able to spin that thing down. I liked how when you broke it down when we were at the sideline cam, you literally saw it around the 40. Matthew Golden sees that Jordan's rolling out, like you said, and by the 35, he was squared up and coming across the field. Mm-hmm. And yeah, you have a little bit of that, practice, a little bit of that in game that you got in practice, which is tough to do. But you recreate that once or twice, you get the timing down. You get a feel for the players, because that's probably Jaden Reed normally, right? If he's in the game, he's running that cross 100%. So
absolutely, and you're going to see Matthew Golden do more and more of that when Christian Watson comes back and plays the Z. Right. You'll probably see Christian do a little bit of this too if he's fully healthy.
And Romeo dusted his guy before he even ran the dagger route. I mean, this poor corner didn't even have a chance.
So you're talking about the dig, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's watch Romeo.
The dig, yes.
Watch him bend it out. This is what's so savvy about Romeo Doubs. Anybody else would just go ahead and break that thing off, right? Watch him bend out and get that corner trailing and then bring it in. Right? Watch him bend right there. Look at that. That corner, I mean, he's in a turnstile, right? So he would have been open too, but Jordan by that time, you see, he's trying to gather his senses on the ground.
And that's the other thing I know, and it's just a deeper progressing route. There's not a lot. Your short option is tuck, right? So Jordan knows that he needs to give a little bit more time to get those windows open, because nobody was in or out of their break at the time.
All right.
Yeah, it looked like Tuck got chipped or slipped there.
Yeah, that's probably why Jordan was like, "Oh crap, we gotta extend this thing a little bit, right?" Yep. Yeah, he gets knocked down.
You can see the development too from Jordan here. He knows that play is breaking down, right? We're rolling left, scramble drill. He looks completely calmed. He's not flustered.
Yep.
Squares up and throws a dot.
Yeah. So let's watch it here again. Watch Matthew Golden. Jordan's already scrambling. Matthew Golden gets his head around right here. He's got to make a decision. Do I continue this climb? And Jordan, before he even breaks off, Jordan knows, oh, we got this. Just throw to the space. Look at that. Now Golden's like he's already throwing.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Throw where he's going to be, not where he is.
That is called chemistry, my friends.
Yeah. Jordan was loading up, and once he saw that foot plant, and he turned his head. All right, I'm letting this thing spin.
Yeah. It was almost like Jordan gave him that extra. There was like that little hit right here, that second pat, just enough to let MG get all the way loose there for the completion. I love it.
If we go back to the All-22 too, Coach Lynn says really good rocker step by Golden. Let's watch him on this right here, okay? Right. Whoop.
Oh, man.
That's clean, dude. The thing that I'm most impressed about, which most people probably aren't, is his hands. Like, listen, I love Christian Watson, but when he makes this catch, he's probably doing a body catch. Like, he knows the game's on the line. Let me just secure this thing, right? Dobbs probably making more of a hands catch. Wicks probably using his body a little bit. But Golden, there's no – like, he has so much confidence in his hands. Watch Golden snatch this thing. Let's go 50%. Watch Golden just snatch this thing out of the air, man.
Look at that spiral. It was like I'm catching it from the jugs machine. Thank you, real quick. All right, toss it to the coach. Next one.
Yeah, so true, man. So, again, I love Romeo Dobbs. I hope he's a Packer for the foreseeable future. But to me, it feels like Jaden Reed's your F. The future will be Golden at X and Christian Watson at Z. And then you've got two kind of hybrid players in Dontavion Wicks and Savion Williams that can play the X, play the F. Savion can line up in the wing if Watson's needing a breather out of the lineup, all that stuff. You're starting to see everything kind of come together. So that's Chalk Talk, guys. 27-18 win. And again, why did we show that last play? 3rd and 8. It was a 6-point ball game, and that would lead to the field goal that made it a 2-score game. When the game's on the line, think play or not play. Jordan rolled left. Let me just give my boy Golden just a little bit of time to get open. Pretty cool. That's a rookie out there. Just wild to think about.
And they were asking him that in his interview, like, is it a big stage when you go out there and you make a play like that on, one of these downs or something like that? He's like, dude, I played at Texas. I mean, you're getting guys from the bigger schools, SEC, all that. You're in 100,000, fan stadium, and the game's on the line. They're playing under the lights. Where did the ball go? Where did Ewers go with the ball near the end of the year? I mean, it just went to Golden all year long.
Yes.
So it's like progression through the year. You fall in love with the hands that are catching the footballs in practice. Let's keep feeding them.
Yep. Going back to Texas, right?
Yep.
What was one of the things on the scouting report from Greg Cosell? Matthew Golden is an ascending player.
Yes.
Right. I'm telling you, you're going to hear us talk about that a lot next year in the draft. Doesn't mean you draft an ascending player every time, but if you've got guys in the same cluster, we talk about cluster busters, right? That DJ and Bucky talk about all the time. What's a cluster buster? An ascending player is a cluster buster, no doubt about it, man. You'll look at the traits, you'll look at the RAS and the athletic scoring and all this and that. But also, if you've got to choose between 3 players and they're all at the same position, you go, okay, we're taking one of these 3. How do we decide which one's playing their best football as they're entering the draft? That's what Matthew Golden was. And again, he wasn't – I think he might have been our best receiver on the board at the time. I can't remember. But he wasn't one of those players that going into the draft, we were like, yeah, man, we need to draft Matthew Golden. We were hoping Ted McMillan would fall. I love the Emeka Egbuka, which he's lighting it up. Both of those guys are playing excellent at the NFL level. But the fact that Goody was so confident in pulling the trigger on Matthew Golden, and you're seeing it already in week 6, it's pretty impressive. So,
yep.
And right now, I did a little research earlier today. Matthew Golden is the 3rd highest graded receiver of all the rookie receivers right now. Okay. There were 4 players that play receiver that were taken, including Matthew Golden. Okay. Travis Hunter, his receiving grade is in the 50s, or his offensive PFF grades in the 50s. Okay. Number 2 was Tet McMillan. He's grading out in the upper 70s. Number 3 was Emeka Egbuka. He's grading out in the 80s, I think, right now, or maybe upper 70s. And then it's Matthew Golden at a 69 right now. So It's falling right into place. Now, listen, there's some other studs later on, don't get me wrong, that are grading out great. But when it comes to those first-round receivers, we seem to have our finger on the pulse pretty good there, man.
And this is the first week. Then on Move the Sticks, Clay, they have with DJ Buck and I think it's Rhett, they do a rookie draft where they pick a running back, tight end, and a wide receiver each week. They get points based on how they do and all that. This is the first week they picked Matthew Golden. DJ picked, he said, I'm going to pick my number one receiver in the draft, Matthew Golden. He's, third game with 30-yard catch, all that stuff. Breakout game. I think that it's coming, man. It is.
Yeah. And again, this doesn't mean that you need to lock onto him, right, and force the ball to him.
Right, exactly.
What you're doing, man. It's just nice to know you got another receiver you can throw out there. You trust Romeo Doubs. Jordan trusts Romeo Doubs with his life, right? A little too much, a little too at fault, like you've seen on that one throw. He just thought, that's Romeo. I'm going to give him a shot. He gets tipped and picked off. Wasn't Romeo's fault. Just a good defensive play and a bad decision, right? So, yeah, really, really cool. So, Fishy Thing says YouTube's being weird, so the stream might have gone down for a minute. But we're done anyway. I'm going to edit this video out. So, if you guys are watching this later, you'll probably be watching the edited version. If you guys go and watch the live stream and you're at the end and go, wait, they were talking about Chalk Talk and it wasn't in there. It's probably because YouTube edited those out and we did it in a separate video. So just know you can find it. We've got a playlist created, Green Bay Packers, 2025 Green Bay Packers, what is it called, game tape or film breakdown or something like that. If you go to the playlist section of the channel, you'll find them all grouped right there for your convenience. So that's it. We're out of here. Anything else, boys?
Real quick, OperationHorsesHeal.org. How can I help? Make sure you guys donate all month long for your chance to win that Romeo Doubs jersey, signed Romeo Doubs jersey. Speaking of Rome. Right on cue, Emilio. You guys can scan that QR code in the upper right. It'll take you right there, OperationHorsesHeal.org/how-can-I-help. Any little bit helps, absolutely. And each donation gets you entered into that contest to win that jersey at the end of the month here. We've got a lot of donations rolling in, getting closer to that goal. We are trying to help the cause right now with Operation Horses Heal and, give them an opportunity to get a horse trailer and a truck to bring these equine therapy, horses to these events to help veterans directly. Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. So love what they're doing over there. And just want to say thank you to everybody who's already donated. You guys are awesome. And again, if you're sitting there going, man, I'd be embarrassed by how little I could donate. I'm telling you, man, there's no amount too small to help someone else out. I'll say this. I don't know if it's preachy or not. For the longest time, I didn't understand the power of giving. And when I figured that out in my life, everything just kind of fell into place. When you start to realize, hey, maybe we're all stuck here together to help each other out a little bit. It's amazing how I was told once by a wise man that you can't outgive God. And I'm telling you right now, it's so true, man. It's impossible. So again, just focus on helping other people, whether it's this that you would get excited about or something else, right? Yep. Just make sure that we're doing everything we can to help each other out. And like I said, the veterans, thank you to anyone who's hearing my voice that served our country and continues to make us the greatest country on the planet and allow us to be a free nation where we can get on here and talk about a silly little game of football. So appreciate you, boys. We'll be back tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Central for PTA Live, and we're going to start to dive into the PFF preview for the Arizona Cardinals game coming up. We'll have another injury report update. We'll give you all that. We'll give you the PFF preview, and then I'll go ahead and start to construct what we call the game plan that you can find in our Patreon group, patreon.com/Packer Fan Total Access. $3 get you access to the entire site, including the game plan and everything in between. Access to our draft board from last year where we're going to be upgrading the PFF grades again here in week 8 to kind of give you an idea of where we rank the rookies, how they're looking throughout the season. You can sort the column by the PFF grades so you can really see where were these guys drafted and how well are they playing this year. All that you get over at PFF or over at our Patreon group, and also get you entered into the giveaway. We're going to be giving away an autographed Javon Bullard rookie card this week, immediately following the post-game show. So appreciate everybody. Everybody have a wonderful evening. As always, let's go out and be the change we want to see in the world, and go Pack Go.
Here we go. We're out. Bye, guys.